And welcome everyone. Welcome to my video. Today we're going to be doing a makeup according to my features. So based on ChatGPT, I got an oblong face, not an oval face. Yeah. So first thing I'm going to do is conceal my under eye because I don't want my concealer to look gray. So honestly, I just put a few dots and blend it with my finger. That's all. Yeah, and I feel like that's enough. I don't need more. It might be a little bit too dark, but that's what's up. Next step is I want to go in with a skin tint, but I don't have a skin tint. So I'm gonna show you how I DIY my skin tint. So I just do get the cameras, get the freaking cameras. Oh my god. Well, turns out I gotta unclog my pump because I barely ever use the foundation. So first thing I'm gonna do is take one pump of my foundation. I use that one. It's actually a little bit too warm for me, and then I go in with some moisturizing body lotion and I make sure both mix. I use that one. And I just mix both, honestly. It's like a pea-sized amount for both. And I just mix both together. It'll get pretty smooth. Cause what is a skin tint at the end of the day? What's a BB cream, right? Never let society stop you, never. I'm not putting any foundation on my under eye. Since I got crease, I don't want to put too much product on. After that, I just blend it with my booty blender, as someone would say. Also, I'm using a wet beauty blender, and I'm only putting the leftover product on my eyelid. I don't typically put foundation on my eyelid, to be honest. Hashtag embrace the hyperpigmentation. I think we're good. Next step, I think I'm gonna go in with my concealer, and I use the one NYX. For the concealer, I'm gonna try to do something that's not too upturned, because I realized I had slightly downturned almond eyes. I'm just gonna try to put it horizontally, I guess, in a straight line, rather than upturned. Even if I feel like upturned makeup doesn't look too bad on me, honestly. So that's kind of how I like to put it. And then I go in with my makeup brush. I think it's the foundation one, but I just been using it to blend my concealer. I just lightly tap and it does the job, it does the trick. I think it's looking pretty nice. I just want a lighter inner corner, so I'm gonna use my Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer by NYX. Gonna put a little bit there and a little bit there, but I blend it more towards my nose, not too under my eye, so it can give me a little contouring, like a reverse contouring moment. I also don't mind my ugly mirror. I got it when I was in middle school and I just kept it. Did a small drawing on the back. It's looking really bad, but I promise it's somewhat clean. So next, for the brows, I do them pretty light. I'm gonna try to embrace the straightness of my brows, because I feel like it's pretty straight and even a little droopy. I don't like to fill in my brows too much. I used to be doing it back when it was 2020, I think. I'm gonna carve out my brows a tiny bit.
Face marks.
What I like to do is just carve out mostly the front. I don't do the whole thing. I mean, I just use the leftover product here, but I'm not doing the whole brow. I think it looks good like that. It's just to accentuate the beginning of my brow because it's not too noticeable. Then I do the top too. Brow gel. I have pretty thin brows and it works pretty good. I like how the brush is. So then the most exciting part to me is trying a new blush placement. I mean, I think I used to put my blush around here, but I kind of stopped when I guess the whole trend was to put it here and elongate your face. Most products I put on my face are going on the back of my hand first. And I got some paper towel to clean my hand because, ugh. So I kind of load my brush. And then gently go in. I don't know what y'all think, but to me it's pretty good. I'm gonna do the other side, then I'll be back. So this is the other side done. And I think I'm gonna put a little blush on the tip of my nose. I'm gonna powder my face, make sure it's nicely distributed. I recommend to blend a little bit your concealer again before powdering. I'm gonna try to do my eyeliner. I've seen that for downturn eyes, it's better to go with the shape of the upper eyelid. I think it's gonna be looking a little bit like puppy eyeliner. Ooh. Oh, it's really downturn. I mean, my Korean era. If I'm not wrong, they do this kind of like eyeliner, like downturn, slightly downturn. I don't want to do a too thick eyeliner. I'm gonna put some bronzer. And I've seen that for oblong face, it's better to do more like in a C shape. I'm using the Buttermelt bronzer. It's pretty pigmented, so just don't put too much before you end up shocked. I am gonna put a little bit of bronzer here on the tip of my nose. My nose is already pretty long, so I don't tend to go too high. I'm gonna add a little more blush, light pink blush. I know I'm not hearing a mosquito. I know I'm not. I'm gonna do my lips now. I think we're gonna put some highlighter. Yeah, so I just put it in my inner corner. That's what I'm talking about. I'm also gonna put a little bit here. The last step is gonna be the mascara. So I think I'm pretty much done. I'm just gonna put a little bit of spray. That should do it. This is the final result.